So I'm continuing with the monk theme. For those of you who don't know what I mean by that, check out the video that I'm linking to in the top right corner. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then please do so. Tick the notifications bell and then you'll be informed when I upload new content. I haven't got a title as I record this video, that will come later. Sometimes titles restrict the creative flow, and so I'm just going to press record and see what happens. I think a little bit of a word of note on the subscriber count. I hit 300 2 days ago at the time of this recording, and we are now around about 320, 24, something like that. The numbers are growing, so thank you every single one of you who is subscribing and taking the time out to listen to and watch this content. It's great when a channel starts to grow like this. It means a lot to me. In past videos I've talked about the attachment to numbers and subscribers and thumbs up and views, but I'm not going to cover that again in this recording. It's been quite a while since I recorded my last upload. For you it might seem that they're being uploaded every 4 or 5 or 6 days, but I had pre-recorded quite a few to have in the bag that I've been uploading over the last about 3 or 4 weeks. So this has been quite a long break for me, and I'm back. Life has a funny way of teaching us, doesn't it? I had a theme and still have a theme in mind, which is everything is exactly as it should be, and there's a video that talks about that. In fact, it's in 2 parts. The first one is can we end our suffering? And it's a lesson, of course, because I walk the walk. If you're going to talk the talk, you need to walk the walk and practice what you preach. And of course, these messages would be hollow and meaningless if I wasn't attempting to live the principles with which I'm expounding. And after I'd put that video out, life decided to look at me and test me and say, oh right, okay, so everything is exactly as it should be, is it? Well, try this on for size. And I won't deny that it was challenging to hold that default position against external events and situations that were extremely challenging personally. But I did find that space, and I did find that ability to come back to present moment awareness and have a full and total acceptance of the situation that was unfolding before me. To argue with it would not have been the right course, the right path. And it wasn't easy, I can tell you, it was not easy. But then, life isn't easy, is it? We seem to be facing a continual battlefield of difficulties and challenges. And in the spirit of the Bhagavad Gita, of course, we can enter those battles, but only if we find the right inner space, the right place to enter those worldly events with calm mind and actions that are, in the Gita's description, holy. And so just, I'm sure, as many of you are being challenged by life continually, there is no difference here. I'm continually being challenged, and these uploads are my self-enquiry, my investigation into self, into the nature of being, my being at its innermost core. And it seems to me that the only way to positively move forwards in the world and affect change in a nurturing and loving way is to not battle with the external manifestations and be in conflict with yourself in that battle, but to first of all go deep within one's own soul and find the stillness that exists beneath our stories, beneath the drama that is playing out. There is a peace, and this is what I have been pointing to in my book, No Path to Enlightenment, and this peace and stillness is what I've been attempting to describe and point to on this channel, Seeing Now. But first and foremost, it is a personal journey within, as I'm sure it is for every individual who is spending the time to listen to these meditations and perhaps have read my book. It is a personal inner journey to find the core essential essence of beingness itself, the Tao, and allowing that immutable, unmanifested, unknowable flow of life or energy to express freely through this mind-body unit, through the person. The person is a pinprick of light on a dark screen through which the Absolute can shine. And so I'm attempting to bring peace and serenity and stillness to situations that arise in the moment, and I'm finding that more and more I'm able to move in the world of manifestation, in the world of form, in a more serene and accepting way, and action happens, but it happens at a more natural, deeper level of being that is impossible to describe, although, of course, how many hundreds of hours have I uploaded in that attempt, and how many years, over a decade, to write my book. So there is something within me, within this individual, Colin, who wants to investigate deeper realities of being and try to share that investigation and those pointings with others, in the hope that we can perhaps find a joint place, a shared space. This is the message in Nonduality, of course, that all is one. Everything is the manifestation of the one deeper truth. And I will, as long as there's breath in my body, keep investigating and finding out for myself and sharing my findings with anyone who is so inclined to listen, and of course comment too. if it's taking me a little bit to get back to you, where if you comment on the content through YouTube, then please bear with me. This isn't a retirement hobby for me. I have limited time working 3 jobs at the minute, and retirement is a distant dream, but that's not to say that I am complaining, because the work I do is so fulfilling that although it takes time, it doesn't drain me, it energizes me. And so when I find time to come out, I will come out and I will speak and I will talk in the moment in as free-flowing a way as it feels natural to do. And again, these settings with the sound of the stream behind just lend themselves to this way of unscripted contemplations, this way of talking naturally in the moment. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming on board and joining this growing community. I've used the word community. I think in a previous video I was wondering what to call it, but this group of like-minded individuals, people who want to look beneath the surface of life and find out more about themselves and other, and what the eternal, never-ending peace, what that is, what the Tao can be and how it can be released through our own individual lives and stories.